So looks like we're about to get started here. 3, 2, 1, and this is going to be entertaining for sure. We're going to have to see how they do.
Yeah, the crowd has formed as well. Of course, a bunch of people are also watching at the co-streamer seats. A bunch of people are standing behind the stations following their favorite player, but we're going to be moving in here.
I think a positive start here with gold augments all around. I think gold are probably the more familiar augments that you see more often for most players, so it's going to be a little bit easier. And less warping as well, some prismatics. If you make the wrong pick, it can really warp your game plan.
That was actually one of the things Robin talked to me about afterwards, is that the fact that he got growth mindset allowed him to scale his boards, and he even said he kind of got bailed out a little bit. So yeah, gold augments will definitely keep things a little more in check. And yeah, you can kind of see what's going on here, right? Like Leffen 3, clearly not the station he's at right now, and so one of the things you have to be really careful of is you don't open up the orbs. You can actually lose a PvE round. And I want to see if somebody ends up losing a PvE round here, because that can be one of the most costly mistakes in the early game.
Brings me back to the old days. Remember if you got a Ziggs with a cloak off the carousel and it went to a specific hex, you could lose on 1-1, or I guess 1-2, whatever, the first PvE round.
I'm pretty sure I think Jarvan is one of the few units that can actually win PvE by himself. So maybe that's a check, a skill check. If you see Jarvan by himself, you can just leave that PC by itself.
Yeah, I mean, the nice thing is he picked up the orb anyway, so it'll auto-place. It's really just if any of them don't pick up their orb and forget that, if we see. So overall, it does get a Jarvan too, though, and getting a free 2-star is always nice. Hasn't really repositioned, not that he needs to yet.
Right.
But you can see on the camera, it's like poor Leffen 3 just not there right now. He's running around. Oh, here he comes back.
Do you see this walk? This is a pathetic walk. They just, they're not serious. They don't want to win.
No. So I think this is about power resource management. Because right now you don't need to be speedy, right? You just need to make sure you get your first couple of orbs. You need to make sure you have a little bit of an idea of what board has what units. And then for the augments, you can lock in and hop real fast. Because if you start immediately to just jump from board to board, you're not going to make that full game. But augments are here.
See, I actually found the early game to be the most stressful, trying to get at least some direction for your augment picks. And then once you get to like 2-2, 2-3, everything stabilized, it was like, okay, we can chill for a bit. But the early game was actually really tough because you want to have a good start, get those items slammed. And again, we'll have to look at the augments on the left right now. The fact Leffen just got his second one in here. Goes with aura farming. Aura farming is a pretty safe choice here. But Supernoon going with no scout, no pivot.
Oh, no.
I hope you're ready for that. Like,
that's awesome.
There's sometimes very obvious foreshadowing in TFT. This is one of those cases. There will be chaos on that board in the future.
I mean, he is definitely not scouting or pivoting this game, for what it's worth.
Yeah.
Maybe he just... Is there any world where he doesn't quite understand what it does?
I mean, if you look, like, Leffen's got 4 augments. Supernoon finally gets him in and didn't get his last augment choice. That was one that happened automatically here. Now, this is probably overthinking it, but one thing Leffen could do here is he has the late game scaling and the aura farming. Let those boards be weak so that his Spoils of War board can actually get more cash going and play that to be the tempo board. But again, what I'll tell you from experience is in the moment, you can't think like, there's no way to think like this.
This is essentially very similar in strategy at the high level to 4v4, which has this extra layer of complexity added on top. I don't think we'll reach that layer in this show match or in any show match, considering how hard it is to pilot all 4 boards at once, but it is true. That's a great point.
Yeah, and you can even see there he sold a bunch of units trying to get that going. We're getting a look at one of Supernoon's boards here, and yeah, still has some orbs, hasn't picked up. This is the board that I think the augment got auto-picked.
Yep, that's the one.
So definitely the board that kind of getting neglected right now. And
so,
yeah.
Question, would it be viable to just, because you were up there, we were talking about this, would it be viable to just sack one board and focus on 3? Because that saves you a little bit of running, saves you a little bit of mental capacity. Just say, I don't care about this board at all, I'll focus on 3 instead.
The big thing with that is that means you're giving up 8th place, which means you need to get a first, so that's a big risk. It actually ended up backfiring on me pretty hard because my Shadow Isles board wore off and I took 8th, and that cost me the game. So that kind of thing can be really risky, but if you're a player that's good like Robin who can do Baron, I think that actually could have worked for him. So it could be a strategy with the right person.
Is anyone listening to these comms, by the way?
I just hear, oh no, in different variations.
I am not here trying to lose my own job security, but this is like the one show match that I'm kind of down to just give us their mics in full volume.
Also,
Yesterday it was actually just huffing though from you and Robin. It just
Yeah, there was a
breathing,
lot of panting.
heavy breathing for 20
the
minutes.
dialogue was more internal, I think.
Well, I'm sure we're going to send Lore out there as our super secret agent to spread a little bit of chaos eventually, and I'm sure we're going to be hearing a little bit more on what they're thinking. I really like when she went in that first carousel and she walked up to Robin, and Robin just went, "No!
Yeah.
I don't want to talk to you!"
Oh, so that's the no scout, no pivot board.
We see Shen here cosplaying as a Yordle. Not
like
quite
that.
activating the trade, but maybe the Poppy will come in next round.
There's a spat coming, don't worry.
I mean, at least later with Kobuko, you
Yeah.
could get 2 Bruiser. I mean,
This
And
is
then you get 1 Ionia for the Kennen as well, and then you go set. Wait a second, the line is here!
Two different
Oh my lord.
thoughts with Lulu as a champion. Saikuno going for Lulu 3. In this case, Lulu being a tank on that board, trying to buy some time.
Truly showing the flexibility of set 16.
Listen, Lulu can be whatever she wants
right.
to. We're not going to judge.
No.
the attack speed Lulu going crazy there.
It was funny, you weren't on the couch yesterday when we were talking about it, but Saikuno was playing Lulu 3, and I was saying how that's the second time that day that I saw him playing Lulu 3, and I was saying, all I remember is the video Mort made where he's talking about set 16, and he says, don't
play.
3-star Lulu.
The one takeaway from this
The
entire
one
rundown,
takeaway.
do not 3-star Lulu.
I love this camera, by the way, where it's like, where's
Yeah.
Leffen? What's he doing?
That's a great
I love
camera.
it. You see, that's really good. Oh,
Shout
I love
out
that.
production, yeah. But this carousel, so carousels are one of the crux points, I would say, where you really need to make sure you somehow grab something on your boards, but you also want to manage
Flex,
certain
flex,
boards.
he said. He said
Flex,
flex.
he said
The,
flex, yeah.
the big thing I'll tell you when I was doing carousel was forgetting the order you'd pick, right? Because like at one point I was
to
like,
time that
okay,
perfectly.
here we go. I'm sitting on Mort Dog 4, and that was actually the one that had the highest health. And I was
Right.
like, oh crap, I gotta move, you know.
Yeah, one of you was one behind the entire carousel.
That
It
was
might have
Mort.
been you.
Yeah, it was
exactly.
Mort.
And so definitely, yeah, it's another thing to keep track of. And that's what I was saying. In this mode, you have so much to keep track of here.
I think you can also optimize kind of the physics on carousel where you just launch your character in a trajectory to pick up an item and you move on. That might be like too high level, but would be cool to see.
Crazy.
I like it.
The
Now,
one-way ticket.
Supernoon's board here, he has an orb still has to pick up, but the Sona 2 with 2 items slammed is actually a pretty strong start given what he's up against. I wouldn't necessarily call it a strong start in a normal lobby, but like this is not bad. And so Demacia in particular also really hard to take down.
He does have GP2 in his shop,
Yeah, what
but
the heck? There's
chooses to ignore it.
Huh?
I mean,
well, I don't think he saw it.
But I mean, even with that, you have the JG slammed. You're probably not playing.
He does have
Basically,
Spear's Will, though, getting the extra AD from the augment itself. So.
True, true.
IE, JG, no diff. All the same. Right, Mort?
Yeah, who needs 35% more damage?
I probably had the most Jace 3s with JG slammed in all of NA last set.
I'm not surprised by that fact.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, we're looking at our 2 win streak boards here right now, and I think Leffen taking a page out of Robin's book here has that void, you know, hopefully going to be able to, since everyone in the lobby is going to be kind of weak since it's Mastermind, should be able to take that to fast 10. And on the other side, Supermoon kind of playing more my style, that tempo Demacia, 2 items slammed. I imagine if they face, the Demacia should win since it's only a Kog'Maw 1, but...
Are there any level 5 boards, by the way? Is everything level 4?
I think
The
everything's
2 win
level
streak
4 right now.
both level 4.
Yeah, I think right now they're mostly focused on econing, which will make Stage 4 really interesting when they finally have to spend all that gold and run around, and those turns are rough.
Well,
I
I'm
am
really
so
curious
lost.
to see how Supernoon 3 is doing, because that's the no scout, no pivot Yordle board, which is
With a
not
Shen.
necessarily
Oh, no.
following that pattern. Yeah, there's
Why
a
is
Shen
the
in
board
there.
winning? Hold on, it might be the
I don't know.
goat.
That Shen's just going to chill there.
I don't even know what I'm doing. What is this?
Yeah, we can tell.
So Supernoon he's got the sandwich going, though. He's got the 5 win and the 5 loss. Which is his 5 loss? I can't even remember which board that is.
Well, so here's another thing. Again, we talk about PvE rounds. This is, you know, the Krugs can be the one you mess up if you stay level
Yeah.
4 and you're in the wrong position. So I'm just going to be watching to see if we see any PvE round losses. Like this board, one of the things this
It could.
positioning, it could have wrapped.
Oh,
Thankfully,
I'm
it
so
didn't.
slow. What's going on
So-
over here? I don't know what this one is doing.
All I hear is doom and despair.
Yeah.
They seem...
Need some positivity from Lore. She needs
See, look, here we go.
Oh,
Look at this.
No.
I don't think Lulu wins this.
Lulu.
I don't think Lulu wins this.
It was prophesied.
Oh.
Don't itemize Lulu.
Oh.
Wait.
Here's
He's going to
another
lose 2. He's going to lose 2.
No. Cog's got this.
okay,
Cog's
okay,
got
okay.
this.
Watch. Yeah.
Okay.
Right?
He's stacked
Right.
up.
Oh, that
Calculated.
Close
Yeah.
one.
See, at least I didn't lose any of my PvE fights. I was able to
That's
figure
true.
that out. So
I think Leffen also lost one fight, too, because I think I saw Leffen 2 drop below Leffen 1.
Possible, yeah. With this one, I don't think anything's out of the question just yet. But well, we can start to see some of the boards at least reach that level 5 that we were talking
Looks good to
about.
me.
So
I
you
see no
know,
problem
All
here.
looks
we've got a
good.
JG Shojin with an even shroud.
Yeah, man, it's fine.
Moon magic is magical to me, so I think it's the right itemization. Intuitively, it makes sense.
Yep. Going up against the
what am
Ginsu
I
Lulu
doing?
that was unable to beat Krugs.
He
So-
gave her one last chance. He's like, if you don't win this fight, I'm selling you.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to get a
Fell,
speedy
yeah.
double kill out of this Lulu, so
No.
might
I'm
not get
so
that
dizzy.
40 gold.
Supernoon on his way to a speedy double death instead.
Well, that's at least a double something.
True.
God.
Now there's
It's
the
also holding on to that win streak, though. I think that's really important. I'm waiting for them to meet. You know, that will be the big factor here between our 200 streakers, but they're building out Econ
All right,
really nicely.
let's check in with
Oh,
the players
here's
and see
Lord.
how they're doing right now. Noon, I'm listening to you backstage. All I'm hearing is, I'm super lost. I'm dizzy. What's going on? I don't get it.
I'm
What is going on?
so lost, but I think we're gonna make it work.
Yeah?
I mean,
You're in a pretty good position right now if I forget what happened against the Crump earlier.
yeah. Honestly, I didn't even see that. I heard them talking about it. I was like, I don't know what's going on. Probably not great, but it's fine.
Okay, I'm going to let you focus. You got this. Leffen, how is this going?
I am also very, very dizzy.
Yeah? Do you think you're having it under control for now?
It's better than expected, I think.
Okay, better than expected. We take it from here. I'll check in with you guys later. Good luck.
I have.
By the way, we get to
no
see a
idea
celebrity here gain 21 gold.
Oh,
The
yes.
augment.
Yeah.
What does that augment do again, Gangly?
It's like 20-something gold. I don't know.
Yeah,
Something.
you
23,
don't
I
need
think
to
it is.
know. Yeah.
For now.
Also, I love how Lore comes in
At
the
augment
very
round.
augment
It's
round.
So evil.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
evil.
Did you see Supernoon just continued on the board he was on? He completely
stun-locked,
forgot
of course.
that there were more boards with augments to choose.
You look at some of these augment choices too. It's
Well,
just
they're not hand-picked. They're auto-picked.
Yep. Oh, these are definitely some fun boards here. And, you know, hey, we might have a game that I could beat Leffen at, so I'm pretty happy with that.
That's true. There
Would
are
you
not
like to go
many.
up next?
Well,
Yeah,
knowing him, he'd want to play me at like Melee or something.
Yeah.
And, you know. The other thing to note here is like some of these weaker boards that just never win can get knocked out pretty early. Like we're already seeing some health down in like the 50s and the 60s here. The no scout, no pivot Yordle board losing again. Unfortunately, it goes up against this Vayne. By the way, Vayne's been a champion that's been rising really well.
Yeah, very stable in the early game. I think there's some strategy around open forwarding, but not just forgetting about the PC the entire game. Instead, open forwarding and playing into reroll on 3-2 and kind of switching the prio and go, like really prioritizing that computer on 3-2 specifically. But we don't see that here. I think it could be a line in future Mastermind competitions.
Yeah, the big thing's going to be when Supernoon 4 and Leffen 4 finally face off here, right? Because both those boards right now are win streaking. They're going to have a lot of resources. Another fun thing, by the way, is if you look on the right, you can see how much gold each board has. And right now, everyone's sitting at 40 or more. There's a couple 60s. So definitely some resources
How's
that
this
need
board
to be
winning?
spent,
What's going on?
or it's going to be a really rough
I've
stage
asked
4.
myself that question so many
Did
times.
you hear that? He just walked up and goes, how is
Oh my
this
God, 2 of
board
them, let's
winning?
go.
What's going on?
Wait, what is actually?
That's the Demacia one. So that's his 100, and it's going up against Leffen. So this could be a really big win if he's able to take down that Void board.
This is really scary tech, the double Sunfire.
I was about to say double Sunfire. This is where we find out all this time I've been lying and
Yeah.
Burns actually stack. and
Whoa.
Triple Sunfire's been the real tech.
You heard it here
Apparently.
first.
Exponential burn.
I do love that, like you pointed out, he said, how is this board winning? And then proceeds to win the win streak. Like,
Like, oh, that's how.
yeah, I mean, the power of early Demacia was able to beat the Bel'Veth there.
2 Demacia champions could
Oh.
be on high priority here on this carousel. Garen and Lux.
Yeah, Supernoon's got to pick it up and then use the little item thing. Wait, you can't even send stuff in double up anymore, right? I don't even think you can
You
send.
can with the cannon.
The cannon,
no, but
yeah.
you can't send items, right?
You can trade
Oh,
items
you
with
can
the
trade
cannon.
items with the
You have to
cannon.
trade, though.
Okay,
You
okay.
can't just
sorry,
send
sorry.
by
I'm-
itself.
I'm
Somebody
double-
hasn't been
My
playing
bad,
double
my
up.
bad, my bad. Every time I've played double up, the person I play with griefs me. I've never had a
See,
positive experience
It's
with
very
the
easy.
partner.
We just need more double up competition so Gangly will know.
Yeah.
I'm just saying,
I mean-
it would make us very happy.
But before the
Oh
show
my.
started, I talked to Clement, and he said he had never played a game of double up. And
That's
I
messed up.
I looked at him
Wow.
disappointed. I said, by next year, if you haven't, I'm just never speaking to you again.
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, you tell him.
That's very Clement coded, I will say.
Yes.
Not play double.
Oh, of course, of course.
All right, let's check in with Leffen 4. That's his Void board. So he's been just slowly building out that one. I think that's kind of the one he wants to try and win on. I don't have much notes on the other 3 Leffen boards. I have a lot of notes on the Supernoon boards.
So this is a board that has clearly been neglected. The one thing it does have is it has Know Your Enemy, so he'll know who he's facing. But considering we're level 5 and we have an IE on 1 unit and a Scion 2, like, this is a board that I think
this
being
is the
sacked.
no scout, no pivot.
Scout, no
Yes,
pivot.
so he doesn't have a
Scion.
lot of choices here. We're now playing Shen and Scion into Yordles.
Yeah, I think this is no scout, no pivot, no win.
I think Supernoon might think that if you actually don't scout, you get more gold or more rewards.
Right.
Like, yeah, this is a great strategy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, if that was true, Know Your Enemy would be a great choice.
Yep.
It just unfortunately isn't.
It's interesting because we have a tale of 2 stories right now. Is that 3 of his boards right now are in shambles, right? 48, 43, 33. But 1 board's on a 9 win streak.
Are we just going to pretend like we didn't see a Fishbone's Rageblade Lulu in the background there?
The next layer is that the item bench had an IE and Last Whisper built, and there were only 2 AP 1-cost carries on his board at that moment. So
Yeah, there's a lot happening. You know, Supernoon is trying his best. We're taking a look at his best board, and that has been upgraded from the Sona to the Lux. Items are definitely stacking on this board. Not necessarily in the game, though.
This gives me an augment idea where it's like, instead of double trouble, it's like double item trouble. You get extra benefits for putting 2 of the same item.
That's genius.
I like it.
Because he's got the double jeweled gauntlet, double sunfire. That'd just be a high roll.
Yep.
Yeah. Unfortunately, it's not an augment, and he didn't pick it.
Well, unfortunately, this particular competition, we don't make an augment for the winner. Otherwise, that would be a great
Thank you,
path
Mort.
to-
Thank God.
Also,
Well,
this
he'll
Lux
need
is
to win first.
pumping, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
Double JG
This board is
Lux.
crazy.
For the big number enjoyers, double
Yep.
it's something.
I actually think double IE, double JG is underrated. That's my hot take.
It's not the worst.
It's not. It's not.
And what I'll also say is Lux is the kind of champion that right now I think a lot of people look down on because she falls off after like 4-5, 5-1. But an early Lux like this actually does some pretty big work, and even at like the competitive level, if you can get an early Lux, you can play around that.
So just to give you a little bit of a reminder on how this works, the total points that each of the boards of our competitor scores will be added up, and then whoever has the most point wins. Which for Supernoon, this doesn't look too great right now with 3 boards in the lower 4 and 1 prone to maybe be the first one that is going to get knocked out. That's that Supernoon 2 board that we were talking about a little bit, looking kind of weak.
I love this view because it's like, here's Leffen 3 and Leffen 4. He's not here right now, but if you leave your name, number, and the time you call, he'll get back to these boards as soon as possible. I love it. Yeah, these orbs are just chilling.
He's taking a lot of time, too.
I will
Must be
say
doing
that the
something.
scary thing here is it feels like the one board that could really win for him is the Void board, and he's not really on it right now, so.
Very econ oriented for both those boards, so he can probably try and make both of those roll downs on 4-2 potentially. Leveling to A would be big to unlock Kaisa.
I think econ oriented is a really pretty way of saying that they're overwhelmed and confused.
See, and this is where when I was playing, one of the strategies was when I got to a board on a key turn, it was like spend everything, get it settled for a while so that I could move on to the next board and not have to worry about like wasted resources and wasted health. Now, granted, you could say it didn't work out since I didn't win, but...
I'm pretty sure you need to have... the
Double
slam.
gunblade.
Double gunblade.
Do they know something we don't?
The double trouble is
I
here.
can't.
But yeah, I'm pretty sure you need to have at least 1 board at 0 gold on 4-1 in this format. You need to like roll down on 4-1, on 4-2, on 4-3, kind of spread it out and do it that way.
Ideally, I think so too. But 4-2 makes that harder with that last augment choice rolling around as well. So I will say, Gangly, I was trying to give them some grace in the earlier stages, saying, you know, they're not really like spending a lot of that energy. I would like to see them run by now. I feel maybe we can get Lore up there to just, you know, light some fire. Be like, can you run faster?
Show them the shuffle.
Yeah, maybe.
I can't believe they actually were using augment rerolls. Like, we saw Leffen there using the augment rerolls. I was like, you don't have time for this. Move on.
I think Leffen has one strategy locked in, which is if he sees econ, he just clicks it right away. He knows that I think it's hard to mess that one up. You just keep leveling.
Yep.
Less actions that you have to take as well to make use of that.
explosive growth coming through.
Leffen ends up with 2 healing orbs, I think auto-picked a little bit here. So definitely in trouble here. Now, Supernoon's board is on an 11 win streak, and it's funny because he might not win the battle or the war, but he might win the battle.
And I think he might have found a way to save his itemization. Picked up salvage bin on
No,
2.
no.
Understanding that maybe he made a few mistakes with the double item.
I don't love that you think he's going to be able to do that. That's amazing credit.
I'm with more. There is 0% chance that this is helpful.
Oh no, that win streak is going to
Wait,
get
the double gunblade.
broken.
The double gunblade coming through. Leffen's found the tech.
I think Leffen scouted this board and said, wait, he's building double items? Is this the thing in TFT? I'm going to copy it.
Oh.
Good
wait,
news for
get there.
Leffen 4 if he
Oh
sees
no,
it.
please, Leffen.
It's the reinforcement. Surely he knows.
If he takes this actually will be the board that'll do well. This is perfect for him. He's clearly itemizing it. He's running around
Run,
to it.
Leffen. Shuffle.
He's not there yet, but
Yeah,
he's
he's-
on his way. Here he comes.
There we
Made
go.
it.
There we go. There we go. He's found it.
Gets the Kaisa.
Nice. Yeah.
There we go. That's going to be a big hit for him. And on the other side, though, I mean, Supernoon's about to lose his first board.
Items. Void Ball, I think, would be too much. Items at least, but no, we don't make it either. Next round, though, we got this.
Well, we need to lock in for Supernoon 1. This could be the 8th place coming around if Leffen 2 is strong enough.
Now, I'm curious your guys' opinion. Kog'Maw 1 on 4-3.
I'm more worried about exiles and getting a value on only that Kog'Maw 1.
I was going to say, I
It'll
think
live
there's a
forever.
couple of things we could be talking about here, 2 of which you both mentioned. There's also unslammed items on the left-hand side that we haven't utilized.
I can't read Twitch chat right now, but I imagine they're having a field day with this. But
I just want to say Makes presented the strategy yesterday saying, what if you sack one and just play 3 computers? Maybe that's what Supernoon was doing. He already
De
knew.
retour sur scène,
This
on
could
va
be the
aller
start.
checker ce qui se passe du côté des joueurs Noon. What happened? You lost one board. About to
did.
lose the second one. Are you confident that the one you have led standing at the top is going to be the one bringing you the victory here?
Honestly, no.
No?
But we're going to try our best. That's the
Okay.
best looking one.
Try your best. Leffen, on your side. Okay, I'm going to have to run up to you here. It's fine. It's looking pretty good now. I mean, he's not confident. Are you worried about his board at the top here?
Right now, I'm trying to make sure that this board can't lose to anyone.
Okay.
I'm trying to secure the win, I think.
Yeah, everything is stable for now, but if he gets the win with the first board, he wins the game. If you manage to pull one win, you win the game
Okay.
with this one. So trust yourself if you can. The boards,
Oh, yeah.
the boards look funny.
They're
at
funny.
least. Focus on that.
That's all we need.
All right, good luck.
The boards look funny. I mean, that's a great point. They do look quite funny. Kog'Maw 1, no exiles, no item slams. We're having fun. I hope you're having fun, chat.
I like this no scout, no pivot
good.
board that has 3 Arcanist, 3 Yordle, 2
And
Bracer.
frontline Lulu.
I wish we would
It's
catch the
still
moment in
frontline
time
Lulu.
She can do anything she puts her mind to.
if Supernoon tried to somehow pivot this board and then he couldn't sell the units. 'Cause I think that did happen somewhere in this game.
Wait,
Well,
he can beat himself. He found the one board he can beat. It's Supernoon 2.
so I want to catch up on something that Laura said here, and correct me if I'm wrong, but if he places with 3 boards in the bottom 4, that first place won't be enough,
Yeah,
right?
that's
He
right.
also
4v4
needs
rules.
one of those boards to be top 4.
But we're giving him hope.
Okay, we're getting him hope. I'm hearing from our production that we're just making him hopeful.
I mean, you know, look, even if you do go 1, 6, 7, 8, you have that pride of going 1. That was actually something I was going into it. I actually thought Robin was going to get the first place board. My hope was to beat him with like the 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of thing. Didn't pan out that way, but I knew he'd be better at building like a 1 optimized board. And so at least if Supernoon does that, he can be like, oh, I kind of beat you, you know. So I can see it.
This
All
could be
right.
a double kill, right? Technically 15, like, it's impossible. It's
15
Or
on stage
6.
4 is pretty hard.
yeah. But it could be. It
That's
could
a
be.
lot of units.
That is a lot of units.
Well-
Holy.
Well, we got one.
We got one.
Let's do the other
No
one.
scout, no
Supernoon
pivot,
2.
no top 4, unfortunately, for Supernoon 3.
Yeah, so by actual traditional rules here, because he went 7-8, he would need to go 1-2 to win. And
But
with
if
that
he
no-
wins, he
Third
wins.
one.
We just
It's
make
okay,
that
we didn't
up.
want
You
that
know,
one, to
you
be
know.
honest.
Supernoon is keeping his boards alive by beating the only boards left in the game that he can beat, which is his other board left in the game.
Checking in with Leffen 3. That's our Demacia board from Leffen. We saw that one do pretty well early on. He also has that Void board
Whoa.
that
Oh.
Silas.
sitting
This
on
is
third
something we
place
might
right
have
now,
not
but
expected. A Silas unlock in Mastermind. That's impressive.
A Silas unlock on 4-7.
Yeah,
That's
this is
pretty
actually
early. So Leffen kind of putting on a show here, a little practiced.
I think this board was kind of the favorite child, though, this game. It was the board that he put most of the time into coming into it.
Yeah, I can definitely see that, which is interesting that both of the boards were being played around Demacia here. You know, has the gun blades here that aren't necessarily too good, but if he can ever hit Silas too, that's going to be a big boon. Unfortunately, he doesn't have as much econ to get to 9 to find that Silas. But then again, he is up against, you know, 7 Yordle, and maybe it'll be okay.
Leffen now also has that benefit of just saying, I'll focus on my top 2 boards, and I don't really care much on where the other 2 place because 7-8 has been taken out, so he can just kind of focus on the Demacia and the Void.
Is it just me, or have Supernoon's boards morphed more and more into Yordle boards as the game went on?
That too. They all look the same except for this one.
And I will say, from a set design standpoint, we did expect Yordle to be the trait that like a lot of newer players would gravitate towards, right? It's like you get to buy the cute little Yordles, it adjusts your shop, and gives you those units to help you build that board. So that was always kind of the intent. And so seeing a player who's maybe less familiar with the set go towards Yordle was matching our intentions.
The Leffen 3 guy
Also,
might be a
Leffen
noob.
is very close to Bane 3 as well. Going to be able to play maybe some sort of
Wait, he might
5
be a big noob. Hold
Demacia
on.
Silas sort of thing.
We talked about tech being learned, by the way. Bane is one of those champions
oh my
that
God,
as
Supernoon
people have
2 is
figured out
doing work.
items,
What the hell's
they've
going on?
really understood that she's a lot
Oh my
better. So
lord.
for example,
Okay,
Ginsu's
hold
on
on.
Bane is actually pretty terrible.
What can we do?
Most of the
What can we
players
do?
have realized if you go away from that and go Kraken or even double Kraken, Deathblade and Gunblade are actually making Vayne an incredible champion in the mid game. So that's a cool champion that I think a lot of people slept on early.
This board is starting to get a little bit scary. We're on our way to level 10. The other board from Supernoon is currently first place. Is there a chance where he can go 1 and 2?
Are we seeing the augment list 10 Yordle incoming?
I love that he put the Fishbones on the Ziggs. Unfortunately, Fishbones is budgeted around AD and attack speed, so it's not going to make the Ziggs do a lot of damage.
Well, it's better than
Uh-oh.
having it on somebody else that doesn't have any items. You at least get some extra value of the combination. But
Wait.
if it's good enough is the question. Leffen here might be taking his first board down.
Is Leffen playing 2 Demacia boards?
Yep, he is.
Yes.
He has Vayne
So-
2 and then 6 Veins on the other one. He is griefing himself.
I was going to say, tip for those at home, don't
Don't do
contest
that.
yourself in Mastermind.
Well, the good
The
thing
first player in
is
the
he's
history of
out
you
now.
to test himself on a 3-cost reroll.
So he got
this is the
eliminated.
plan.
Unfortunately, Supernoon
Yeah.
is
I have to
eliminated as well. So now it's all about the
right?
bragging rights and the glory of that first place. Supernoon 4 still in that first place. But Leffen catching up.
Down to just say that if Supernoon wins, he just wins. He
Yeah,
wins
we'll
for
change the
real,
rules.
right?
For
I'm
gold and
down.
goal in football, the same thing.
Yep.
Now, that being said, going up against the Baron, I'm not sure even Supernoon's board, which was playing around Lux 1, is really in a great spot here.
Really,
Leffen,
not even that one.
yeah. Leffen did a good job here and got that Baron on 5-3. That's pretty early. Like you said, kind of just slamming any augment that would get him extra gold, get him there quicker. And the fact that he was able to reinforce off the Kaisa 2 was also pretty strong.
That was really smart. It's 5 seconds for this board, and you immediately get a huge power spike by having the Kaiser 2 in your shop.
Guys, anyone else seeing that we only need 498 turns left to hit level 11? We're so close.
Thank you for
Right.
pointing that out.
Yeah, this Baron's going to be pretty strong. One of the things you see a lot of the times on some of the less experienced players on ladder is they get that Baron but don't put items on it right away, or it takes a while to transition because an itemless Baron's not that strong.
All right, Carousel 4 boards are alive. 3 of them belong to Leffen. That makes the story a little bit easier for Supernoon. He doesn't need to move anymore. Leffen still does, but Supernoon last pick here. What is he going to be grabbing? It's going to be adaptive.
Also, Leffen 3 able to deny Lux picked up for Supernoon, so Supernoon's still going to be on the Lux 1.
Oh, I thought you were going to say he denied it from Leffen 2.
He might have.
Yeah, so definitely able to get that Annie going. So this is, you know, he doesn't have the Silas, but he has 2 good matching items.
He
on it.
evolved from... Wait, this is what he was planning for all along. He was trying to do 2 pairs of matching builds.
Magic set.
He's missing 1 more Bramble and 1 more QSS
Right.
on the Swain.
They're twins. They're dressed the same.
By the way, he did actually take Salvage Bin, but hasn't like broken down his IE or his Ginsu's, you know. So
Basically like a little grab bag, basically.
Yep. Going up against a Tibbers 2 on the other side here with that Vayne. And so, like I said, I think Supernoon might have the weakest board in the lobby right now.
And it's also his last board, so that is
Yeah.
not good news for the outcome of this show match.
I like that he
Hold on, wait
keeps
a
saying
second.
wait. He's like, wait.
This Lux one and he one, they're pumping.
Yeah, they can't get through the 3-item Tibbers, and this is what we've seen a lot of people talk about.
The laser!
No, she wins!
Oh, he just couldn't bear it.
What was the second augment? Supernoon's second augment.
The Sunfire one?
It's like you
Beat
deal
You gain
the flames.
Omnivamp.
You get 12% Omnivamp.
Yeah.
Omnivamp. Okay.
Omnivamp
burning.
off burning targets.
Yeah, okay.
And everyone was burning on that board.
Yep.
Yep. Looking at this board, we have a Fiddle 2, which is fine, but no items on it. Renekton's been a champion that you don't see a lot of people talking about because you can't really force it. But I think a lot of challenger players have figured out he's pretty insane.
Yep.
And can get to the back line very quickly.
I think if you put him right in the middle on A4, he can go into the backline on his second cast. I believe I saw from
Yeah.
Legion.
I was watching a game yesterday where someone had Belveth 2, Aatrox 2 on their board, but the Renekton 2 with 2 items was out DPSing everything.
Yeah. And that was kind of the intent when we made him, because like you have to get him through a 5 cost and then go back to 4 cost.
Yeah.
So he gets to be a little extra strong. And he has no traits, which means he gets to be just an inherently very powerful unit. So having him on your board, if you can afford him, is very, very good.
Yeah, Supernoon just taking loss after loss
Yeah.
here, now down into 3rd place. Saving grace, Leffen 3 might die first.
Technically a saving grace, I suppose. It is not going 4, 5, 7, 8. Unfortunately, not enough to win you the match, even in our eyes.
Silas 2 on offer here for
Woo!
Leffen 3, so very impressive to make it this far.
It's a good board.
A lot of APM required to make it to Silas 2.
Yeah, and so Leffen, you know, I know he doesn't have like the TFT knowledge of some of our pros, but actually putting on a pretty good show here and able to control a lot of boards. And I think showing just that APM of a fighting game pro,
Yep.
you know.
And he has done pretty well in TFT, right? I think he's hit Masters
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, I think so.
He
No.
definitely is good
He's a
on the
gamer.
foundationals, you know. He does have that understanding. And he played at Vegas as well and got decently far, if I
And
remember
Macau as well.
correctly.
I
Yeah.
think he went 888 when he played in Vegas, actually.
All right,
but he
then
was
maybe
there.
I'm remembering
he was
Macau.
there.
I think it was Macau where
Macau where he did
still
better,
went out, I
yeah.
think, in the first round, but he had a good enough showing
Okay.
Yeah.
for his caliber of player.
Yeah, and a lot of the boards that he's playing right now are those boards I think we see a lot of players who are like learning the game really kind of gravitate towards those known really good things, and that's fine, right? Like that's what they're there for, which is great. His Baron items on the other side, by the way, this Baron is going to do a lot of damage. As long as it can stay alive, you just don't want it to get bursted down. So if it ever hits Baron 2, that'll be very strong.
We got double IE, double JG, double adaptive helm, double Shojin coming through.
I have a theory. Are there a lot of crits in fighting games? Because they seem to be really valuing this
Yep.
stat in TFT.
Yep.
The funny thing is, no, typically fighting games do not have crits. So
It's like the shiny new feature. That's what it is. What?
Maybe that's
Tell me
why
it
they're indexing on the
multiplies?
stat.
Yeah.
They miss the fact that
Oh.
it's not in a fighting game.
okay, so he's got the Annie 2 here, and I think he needs to buy it. He's going to have to maybe play down a unit,
Who does
but
he sacrifice?
I think you sack the Sona.
Yeah. Just go down to 4 Demacia.
Yeah, I think you have to do it. But on the other side, by the way, notice the Baron 2. We did see Leffen 4 hit Baron 2. So I don't know, like, the fact that this is a basic Demacia Annie board
Not
up against
buying it.
Baron
We're
and
believing it.
Silas,
He's
there's
not
just
doing
no
anything.
way.
He's trusting in being able to beat that board that's going to
yeah.
roll
I got it, I
around.
got it.
This,
I don't think
this
so.
might be the
Yeah.
end of Supernoon.
All of these units have gotten him this far.
Really?
He is not about to sacrifice one of them just
Right.
to find Annie.
Man, that
Right.
Sona got him through the whole early game.
Wait, it actually
so.
looks pretty good.
Let's
It's looking
go.
good. Wait, hold on, look. Oh, never mind.
Missing a gunblade on the watch, I think.
About that.
Nice try. Nice try. And wait, did he play it out? He plays it out, right?
Nah.
I was so lost.
It's so hard.
It's so hard.
I had aura farming on this one, and so I forgot about it, and I just never put the unit in.
I don't even know what like 2 of my augments were. I didn't see it half the time.
I got lucky because I got indecision on one of them, so I could like postpone that one.
Yeah, I got so like my brain was so fried. I was like, okay, I'm playing Void on one of these. And I was just buying it on all the wrong ones, except the one I needed.
Yeah. I did that for Carousel. That was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
I got silence.
Welcome back
That's
to the stage after this one, guys. Please join me. That was a stomp. I'm gonna be honest. That was a real stomp. Yeah, please come here. I was hearing you guys chats before I came onto the stage. What happened here? I'm gonna come to you first, Noon. What the hell was this?
I'm not good at TFT. I was trying my best. It was pretty funny though. I had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
So I hope you guys had some laughs because I don't know what I was doing. I was just so lost the whole time.
I was listening to you. I was in pain for you because you was like, you weren't sure what board was doing what. You lost track at some point.
I was just so lost.
I appreciate that you kept on having fun with it. Leffen, on the other side, pretty much in control. You even had one board that you just like left aside completely. What happened?
Yeah, I thought in my head that I was gonna have like a sacrifice board.
Yeah.
But the surprising thing that was like the last one. That one made it to second. Like I don't know how, but like it just kept winning. So eventually I gave up on one of the boards.
All right.
I like bought aura farming and forgot about it.
Okay. What was tricky playing like this? Is it choosing the augments? Is it remembering which board you have, what units you have on which board? What was the struggling part for you?
I think for me, it was just, keeping track of everything going on. Like, just remembering, for me, remembering what's going on my own one board when I'm playing normally is hard enough. But then you multiply it times 4, and I'm just lost. I have no idea.
Well, it was really fun to watch, honestly, guys. Thank you so much. The run is over for you, I think, at TFT on the other side. What's the plan for you guys for the rest of the weekend at the venue?
Just have fun, watch the games, play some 2xKO in between, and that's
all right. So if people want to find you, they find you over there at the 2xKO.
Yeah, 2xKO. We'll be around.
Awesome. Guys, thank you so much. It was a pleasure having you on stage. We're going to send it back to the couch. That's all for us here. Bye-bye.